Hi guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Well, this is gonna be very, very different for me. With this. Sorry, I am a wreck at the moment. And I'm just, wow, I just don't have words right now. I'm just trying to make sure I'm on and I'm live. I really don't know what to say at the moment. The reason I'm doing suicide awareness is because my best friend in the world, my cousin, he was 27 years old, had committed suicide yesterday. And I have just been a mess. And I want to let you guys know, if you're depressed, you have anxiety, you want to do something, there is help out there. I mean, there is some true help. And from this one experience has ripped and torn apart our whole entire family. Because it doesn't only hurt the person who's doing it, it hurts everybody as a whole. And so I just want to get the awareness out. If you guys read the description box alone, there is a disclaimer on here. Nobody does not have to donate. Nobody has to put in money. I understand it is around the holidays, but on my page in the description below, there's two links. One is my personal Facebook. It has all of his pictures on it, all of our family pictures. And on my page, there's also a GoFundMe for Tyler. His name was Tyler O'Donnell. He had two sons, Grayson and Tegan, 18 months old and 4 years old. And come to find out tonight, we found out that we've been trying to raise money for the funeral. And with it being so close to holidays, I just wanted to let you guys know. And I have just been an absolute mess. My family's a mess. So, and by the way, hi Margie, hi Jenny, hi Charlie, hi Zach. So, but I'm going to admit something, and I don't care who's on. If you guys want to get out, you guys can get out. I'm just not putting up with no BS tonight, not by any means. But yes, I want to tell you guys an honest to God truth, and it's about myself. Years and years and years ago, I did try to commit suicide. There's a lot of mental health diseases that run in the family, and it is literally a disease, just like alcoholism, just like drugs. Mental health is a disease, and it is a drug. And sometimes you can get over it, sometimes you can't. Sometimes there's medication, sometimes there's therapy. There's all different ways on how to handle suicide. This is just absolutely devastating. This is heartbreaking. I wish to God he didn't do it, but what's done is done. And I wish to God we could turn it back time, but we can't. So I want to really, really get out there. I really want it to be known. So in the description below, there's a GoFundMe for any type of funeral expenses. Like I said, disclaimer, no one don't have to do it. You want to, great. There's a donation box for suicide prevention. Hey, Dana. And that is what is going on. But yes, it doesn't, that one person thinks that they're making everybody's lives better. They're not. They're just not doing that. So I just wanted to let you guys all know, because this really, really hurts, and no one has no idea on how bad the whole family is right now. He was a brother, a son, a nephew, a cousin, a father. He was everything in the world to everybody. He can light up a room as soon as he walked in. If you were having a really bad day, bad hair day, bad your car broke down day, no matter what it could be, he would lighten you up somehow, some way. And it's just horrendous, and it's an absolute tragedy. And that's why I'm trying to spread awareness. Now, God forbid, like even all of us on YouTube, people who may only know people from watching videos and stuff, just like me, like you can, if anybody is feeling that type of way, you can say, hey, in the chat, like, this is bothering me. Hey, can you private message me? If you're even thinking about contemplating on doing something like that, you need to reach out. Or if there's warning signs, pay attention to the warnings, because there were, to me, I believe there was a couple warning signs. My biggest issue is I'm not on Facebook that much, and I didn't catch it. But that also doesn't only go for me. That pretty much goes for the whole family. And nobody in a million years would think this one individual would ever do that or ever consider on something like that. And this is why I do so many posts, because it's real. It is out there. This is real. And right now, with COVID going on across the world, across the whole entire world, the deaths are completely up, like 101%. Hi, Denny. So, like, this is the real deal. And if you can say, hey, come talk to me, call me, message me, text me, anything, I would be there. Thank you, Dargo. I would be there in a heartbeat. If anybody is ever thinking this way, everybody who just came in, I put a disclaimer in the description box below. I'm raising awareness because my best friend and my cousin in the world, hi Stanya, honey, has committed suicide. I'm raising awareness, and there's a GoFundMe page in the description box below. You click that link and you guys can Donate if you like. I understand it's really, really close to Christmas. You do not have to donate. There's no reason to donate. I hate him. But it's on there if you would like. There is another link. It's my personal link. It's through my Facebook. You'll get to see Tyler on there. You could see the GoFundMe. You could see the raising awareness. So far, we raised almost $6,000 for the cost of the funeral and for his sons, because now we have 2 little boys that are without a dad. And the mom right now of the 2 little boys, she's suffering from mental health as well right now. She's in a special place at the hospital, the psych ward, trying to get better, trying to compensate and collect exactly what is going on. I know a couple of my viewers may be like, hey, this ain't the time or place for this, or hey, this ain't the time or place for that. Well, sometimes it's a catch-22. And part of my language, sometimes you're damned. Sometimes you're damned, sometimes you don't. All like it's playing Russian roulette. But I just want to let everybody be aware. So if you're ever having some type of thoughts, and it doesn't even have to be a parent, doesn't have to be a brother, doesn't have to be a sister, doesn't have to be family. It could just be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be somebody you don't know off the streets. It could be anybody in the world that can try to lift up your spirits or say, hey, well, maybe you should try this or maybe you should try that. There's counseling, there's therapists, there's psychiatrists, there's medications, there's groups, there's all different sorts of people out there. There's friends, there's family, there's anybody in the world. Because like I said before, I don't care who hears it, who don't. I'm going to be straight up front and honest with everybody. I have in the past tried to commit suicide. There has been so much different things that have gotten to me, and it will seem like it was the only way out. But guess what? Somebody stepped in and said, hey, take a step back. Look at what you got. Look at those kids. Look at your house. Look at all the good things you got. And this is what you need to look forward to. Yeah, it may be really hard right now. It may be really, really hard right now, but it is the honest to God's truth. Taking yourself out permanently is not the way. It can tear families apart, which with this one particular person, it's ripping the whole family apart right now. And it's devastating. This is a complete tragedy. This is just out of this world, never imagined. And like sometimes I say, and you guys can watch out for warning signs too. I mean, when I used to be like this, I would say, yeah, hey, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. Stop the conversation. Just completely cut out. But then they could tell by the look on your face and your expression saying like, hey, you sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. See? Crack a smile. And that's what actually happens. And people are like, oh, okay. And they just brush it off on the shoulder. And that's it. And you think, hey, that worked out great. Let's try to pretend. Let's not live in reality. And that's exactly what happens. I've been there and had this happen to me twice. Yes. Hi, Yarny Zebra. I didn't see you come in, honey. Sorry. But yeah, I am one for raising awareness because I may be happy and go giddy on my lives, and I may be like, hey, check this out, or something like that. But the realistic is is that everybody in my family, everybody has some type of mental health. It doesn't matter if it's depression, bipolar, schizophrenia. I've lost several members to this in past few years. I know how you feel. Yes, and it's devastating. It's heartbreaking. It tears you apart, tears families apart. People start blaming other people, which I'm experiencing that now, which I never thought in a million years could actually happen. But people try to grieve in their own certain way. They either get mad or they try to crack jokes. Everybody handles it different. And and that's the thing. Everybody in the world has some type of mental health. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make, how poor you are, what kind of, if you're in a shack or $1 million mansion. It just does not matter. And it happens to everybody. And we need exactly what Denny said. We need to love people on how they are, no matter how they are. Because right now, over the last several months, I'm going to be honest with you, when I was going through all this stuff with the baby, and then me and David were talking about divorce, my brain went there several times. But guess what happened? Here's the truth behind it. My brain went there. My kids see on how I'm acting. My kids are old enough. My kids want to follow in mommy and daddy's shoes. Well, guess what happened? Next minute, you know, I have a 17-year-old daughter that was talking about it. So what did I have to do? I leaned on a friend, and that was Charlie. And Charlie, somehow, some way, I don't know how the hell she did it, she snapped me out of my shell, got me where I was, got my mindset back on track, got David's mindset back on track. So this way, then the parents can help correct the children. Because you know what? These kids only see what happens. And all the deaths and everything that have been going on lately, and the stress of the COVID. Yes, honey, I love you too. There's Charlie, because she's like, because I love you. But she knew exactly what was going on, and she knew. And that's the thing. If somebody is super close to you and they physically know you, and you say, yeah, I'm good, yeah, I'm okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong, and you get all quiet. Margie L noticed it. Charlie noticed it. Everybody knew I wasn't in my right state of mind. But the nice thing was everybody picked up with it, and I had enough support behind me to let me know, like, hey, it's okay to feel this way, but let's get you back on track to where you need to be. And that way I had the guidance. And Charlie has come right out and said to me, like, hey, maybe we should have you go talk to a therapist or something. And I'm like, you know what? That's not really a bad idea. So, I mean, there's different things besides for taking your own life, because not only does it hurt you, it hurts the family around you. And now, right now, as of right this second, 2 babies, an 18-month-old and a 4-year-old, no longer have their dad. Right now, those babies don't have a mom, because the mom is at the psych ward getting the help that she needs. Right now, I have, from all this stress going on, with all this stress going on and everything, I have my two brothers that are being watched over. So, I mean, it's a domino effect. Not only does one person do something, but then there's a domino effect. And that domino effect keeps going on, no matter who you are. And it's heartbreaking, it's devastating, but there is help. And there's warning signs. And if I can help with some of those warning signs from my own personal self, I would definitely help anybody out in the world that might have been going through it. And thank God that I have people that watching my kids' Facebook page all the time. Because now you need to be strong for those babies now. Right, you do. Because now you have kids involved that are so young who don't understand what's going on. All they know is that right now, like, I don't know what anybody has told the boys yet because they are young. So I don't know if they're just telling them, like, hey, maybe daddy's not going to be here. Daddy's up at the moon or the stars. Hey, you look up and he's in the clouds. But then you have, like, my daughter's age, 17. You have Kayla, and she thinks, hey, you know what? Maybe this one did it. Maybe I should follow too. I've been down that road too with her. But it also all depends on what you could do. What's the warning signs? If you see somebody, you know somebody on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or TikTok or any of these sites, and you can see they're tab it off, reach out and say, hey, you okay? You were doing this, but you normally do this. Lots of strong family support. Yeah, big time. Big time. Right now, our family is just divided. Our family is right now divided. I had the choice today to go down and see my aunt, my uncle, his parents, which are Sandy and Willie, to go down to his house because they were in his house today. I got 1 block away from the house. I could see it. And I pulled up to the house. I could see everybody there. I could see the looks on their face. And I couldn't do it. I could not step foot in that house. I couldn't. I broke down and I was crying. Right. And then he just brought up a good freaking point. Family isn't always blood. Family isn't always blood. You don't. Sorry, hon. I have to go to sleep. Love you. I can't keep eyes open anymore. I love you too, Charlie. Good night, honey. And that's the thing, because prime example, Charlie and me aren't actually blood. We are not actually family. But you know what? Blood-wise, yes, we aren't family. But by our hearts and our minds and everything, we are true family. We support each other's families. She's my sister. End of story. She is my sister. And she is my best friend in the world. Charlie is. And I'm glad she caught on to the warning signs with me when I just hit rock bottom a few months ago. Just like, hey, what the heck, you were on. All of a sudden you were doing this. I overloaded my plate. Guess what happened? The plate tips over. Now you're dealing with a mess. And your mind is all blown up. Hey, run away. You know, so now your mind is blown up like this. And your mind doesn't know any better. So your mind's going from here to here to here to here to here. then what happens? Anxiety pops up, depression pops up, your emotions pop up. And what happens then? Maybe your state of mind goes in the gutter like mine did. And you go, hey, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should be in bed sleeping. Maybe I feel like sleeping the day away. The depression kicks in. The anxiety kicks in. These are real, true feelings. This is where I relate to drugs and alcohol, because mental health is a disorder, and it's just like if you're an alcoholic, it's just like if you're a drug abuser, it's just like a gambling issue. And that is what happens. So that's why for everybody coming in, I just want to let you guys know there's this disclaimer on the page. It's my own personal disclaimer that in the links below, it is actually my personal Facebook link. If you go on to that and you click it, you guys can actually find out a bunch of stuff. Enjoy. But most importantly, there's a GoFundMe page on there. And there's raising awareness for suicide prevention. The reason I'm having this live is due to the fact of I had my cousin commit suicide. We were very, very close. And when I say very close, he's 27. I'm going to be 35. We all grew up together. My parents, my sister, well, my mom and her sister lived right next door to one another. Like literally, it was an apartment building. And all of us grew up together. All of us were very, very, very close. We were more like brothers and sisters. And sometimes on the way we would fight more like we were brothers and sisters than we were if we were cousins, because that's how close-knit of a family we are. But yeah, that's why I wanted to let you guys know. And I actually forgot to even post a link for you guys. Control B. If anybody actually wants to come up or say anything, I wasn't even paying attention. I'm a half hour in. I didn't even invite anybody into the StreamYard. Yay me. But yes, if you don't know on how it feels, it is devastating. It's heartbreaking. It's a tragedy. It's like, put it this way. I'm going to give you the best example ever. Yesterday is when he committed suicide. I don't know when. I have an idea, but I don't know what time or anything like that. I found out at 8 o'clock, pretty much between 7 and 8 o'clock last night. Got the word around. Went over to Charlie's house. My husband Dave was over at Charlie's. Everybody was already talking and stuff. And I'm like, I just need to come over and relax and cry on your shoulder. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I'm breaking down. I got over there and Charlie lifted up my spirits and everything. And come to find out, it did not hit me. I was in physical shock. I was just in physical shock. I do. It's one of the most hardest things ever to deal with. Yes, it is. And I was just in disbelief. I was in shock. I was talking to family. I was talking to friends. I was more angry and frustrated, disappointed yesterday that I barely even shed a tear. The first thing that came to my mind is, I want to smack you right upside the head, Tyler. I'm like, I don't understand why you didn't do this. And I'm like, what the heck was going through your mind? That's how I felt today. This morning, in the middle of the night, I woke up. I had a nightmare. Woke up from the nightmare. I woke up this morning and I'm thinking to myself, okay, all right, it's done. It's over with. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Get a phone call from my mom. I can't believe it happened. The reality starts checking in. Then I go on Facebook. Pop. Right in the face. It smacks you. And then you're trying to write something and now it's hitting you. And all day long, I have literally have been crying. I've been angry. I have had all types of different emotions today. Now, then he's saying, I wrote my mother angry letters for a year after she committed suicide. Virtual hug. Thank you. Yeah, I actually was going to do that tonight on Facebook. And I'm going to tell you guys how I actually felt tonight on Facebook. I wanted to rant and I wanted to wring his freaking neck because I was so mad. Like, why did you do this? Why didn't you reach out for help? Why didn't you just go somewhere or do something? Like, he has hundreds of family members. He could have came to any one of our houses. But that's the problem. When you're in that state of mind, you don't think. All you think about is maybe this is for the best. I get rid of me. I get rid of all my problems. Everybody's then happy. And boom, he is no longer with us. But he doesn't realize on how much hurt it takes from everybody else. It doesn't, because now, thank you, because now, not only did he hurt all of our brothers and sisters pretty much, because all of us grew up together, he didn't only hurt them, his kids now don't have a father. His girlfriend is at the psychiatric ward. His parents are mad at her. And there's a lot of unanswered questions. Yes. And that's the hardest part. There are so many unanswered questions. When you get to the point when you're contemplating suicide, you're not in your right mind at all. And that's where we can, yes, right, sympathize, yes, with everybody, because that's what happens. Is now I'm going to be completely truthful, 1,000,000% honest with you guys right now, because this is how it is. Tonight, right now, I have 2 brothers, my biological brothers, on suicide watch. I have Nicole, the girlfriend / fiance of Tyler, in the psychiatric ward. 4, I had my mother breaking down, almost taking nervous breakdown. 5 and 6, I got my Aunt Sandy and my Uncle Willie, don't have no idea what to do, don't know where to turn. And now you have their 3 girls, which is Tyler's biological sisters. And none of them don't know what to do with themselves. So not only did one try to commit, but now we have to be worried about 10 other people right now. And that's reality. It is 1,000,000% reality, especially if they were already diagnosed with some type of mental health issue. And that is the biggest thing. Because if they have an underlying condition, or I don't even want to use the word underlining, but if they have a condition already embedded, and now you're throwing another layer on top of that, and now the stack is getting higher. That's the reality. That's what's true. My mother, I love her to death, but she's not in her mental state of mind some days, and we get very worried about her. Sometimes someone is on your mind out of the blue, and I'm very intuitive, so I've learned to act on it. I pick up a phone, I send a card, whatever action strikes my mind, I act on it. Right. Crystal, the beautiful thing is you know the Lord, and because you're on the other side of this now, you can give them the support you can give. Yeah, and that's why I am. Um, thank you, Daigo. So that's why I'm very, very, very one. The one main thing I honestly support in life, and there's not a lot I actually do. I support the Children's Hospital, Janet Wise Children's Hospital, um, Miracle for Kids, and suicide. Those are my three I donate to, especially suicide, because my brother's best friend, Ricky Ham, God bless his soul, he's another one who's gone. And my brother was not in his state of mind. And we almost lost my brother, my baby brother. Um, and that was devastating. Now we have to look after my baby brother and, well, my two younger brothers, because it's just not good. And I actually was even contemplating myself, should I come on here? Should I do a live? Am I going to break down and cry? Am I going to honestly tell people on how I personally feel? Am I going to have people start bullying in the live? Because honest to God, nowhere lie. I actually called Charlie before I got on here and I done this. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll see what happens. And she's like, well, just put the disclaimer in. And she's like, you know what? She's like, do it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to, because it's a real issue, especially with COVID-19. Everybody's locked up in their house. Everybody's lost their jobs. Everybody is around kids 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and getting a break. Everybody is losing houses. People don't know where your food's coming from. Are your lights getting paid? Like, these are some serious, serious issues. And with COVID-19 right now, I'm not joking. Look at the freaking statistics, because they are up there. I mean, they shot up big time. And people can't see their counselors. Over this summer, I had, bear with me, over the summertime, I had my 17-year-old daughter who was very depressed. I noticed the signs. I tried talking to her because I'm mom. You know, guys, on how all that works, because you're mom. They're, oh no, your mom. Da, 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 da. I can't talk to you. Your mom. The big MOM word, the big DAD word, dad. Thank God Charlie has helped, because my own daughter at the age of 17 almost took her life. Now, my youngest daughter, Brittany, who's 13, she's going to be 14 in January. She loves following in her sister's footsteps. So not only did I have one, I had two kids from COVID that almost was contemplating on suicide. My own two kids. I'm calling up counselors. I'm trying to do medication. I'm trying to get them activities. I'm trying to get them go outside. I'm trying to do whatever I can to keep their minds off of it. But here's the trick. People stay busy constantly to keep their mind from wandering. As soon as that mind's not busy anymore, everything starts to play, everything starts to set in. And that's what happened. All right, I'm going to get ready to read some of these comments. This is a very important topic, and I think everyone knows somebody who's been affected by this 100%. Over the summer, I had to bury one of the girls I taught in Sunday school, 13. Yeah, it's the real deal. Take your time. We're here for you. Yeah. So this year, 2020, blows. It sucks. But just try to stay with it. There are people you meet that you feel like you have known forever when actually it isn't that long. It feels like a greater power placed you in each other's paths for each other. Yes, Mir. And guess what happened? That's how me and Charlie actually met, and that's no joke. Not only were we neighbors in the past, but we ended up literally becoming great, excellent friends. And I'm actually did not realize I had to light down so low, guys. I'm actually sorry about that. So yeah, it's a real deal. It sucks. It's painful. It's very, very hard. It's very difficult, especially if you're very close to that person. It destroys families, makes families divided. People start to blame other people. People then get angry at other people. People try to talk or joke, and then that other person don't want to hear it. And they don't want to be reminded of it. It is a living nightmare. And with me, I just want to make it aware. And I just want to bring true awareness to it. So it's just wow. The words, literally at this point, I do not have words anymore. And that's the other thing too. If you're crying all day long and you don't know what to say or what to do, and it feels like you're just lost for words, call up a friend, tell them, hey, I want to come over and just cry on your shoulder. And guess what? That's what I did. And then there's some people who think that they don't think that people really do care or anything like that when they actually do. Or try to reach out. I think that is the mindset as well. We have to set our minds with good perspective if we're complaining about everything that's going on. That's all we have. But if we're grateful, that flips the switch. Yes. And that's the thing. Because over the summer, like I said, I had so much going on. We were looking at losing the house. We were looking at losing the car. Me and Dave were looking at getting a divorce. We had the baby. We didn't know on how we were going to provide for the baby. He was out of work. I'm not working. And that was the thing. And what happens then, everything does start to play on your mind. And it's trying to flip your mind around. And instead of looking at all the bad, all the negativity, literally Satan himself trying to keep you locked in this little box. Instead, flipping around, look at the greater good. You're still alive. You're standing above ground. You can go outside. You can go for a walk. You can try to talk it out with somebody. You can get a hobby. You can get a craft. You could do something. And that's what happened. And it was funny because almost every single person who has watched me on YouTube and who has known me on YouTube has actually seen something about that. 2020 really sucked. I've been forcing myself to do some videos to help me get out of the funk I am in. Yep. And guess what? And that's the thing. If you try to stay motivated, and I'm not joking, oh my geez, it is the hardest thing to do when you're depressed and all you want to do is lay in that bed and it feels good and you want to put a set of headphones on your ears and you just want to go flipping through YouTube, or you want to just look at TikToks or something. You don't feel like getting dressed. You don't feel like taking a shower. You don't feel like doing nothing. You just feel like staying in that bed, barely even eat or drink. Yeah, that was me. And that's no joke. And then you don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to do anything. For me to get motivated, it was a living nightmare for everyone. But you know what? The support system I had was Charlie. Charlie picked up on it immediately. And she's like, that's it. I'm ripping you out of your shell. Get the heck over to my house right now. And it's like, yeah, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But that's what you need. You need somebody to prod at you like this and keep poking you and saying, hey, 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 you in there. Hey, let's go up. Get up. Do something. Hey, take a shower. Let's make you feel better. Let's grab you something to eat. And that person loves you that much, they will get you out of it. So, sorry guys, I am just checking my phone as well here and there. So, because I am trying to keep up on a couple of different things, making sure nothing else came in with my family and stuff. So, but yeah, it's just, wow. Words don't mean it at all. They just do not mean it. And it's devastating. It's heartbreaking. I also been there and it's hard. It is really, really hard. It is so hard right now. It's not, when you get in that state of mind, okay? When you get in that state of mind, it is the hardest thing ever to try to get out of. It is trying to build up your confidence, trying to get your self-esteem, trying to say, hey, guess what? Let's just do something. Brush our teeth, comb your hair, get dressed, take a drink. It is the most hardest thing ever on the face of the planet. And it is no joke. It is real. It is real. And you sit back and you just go, all right, give me another day. Give me another day. What happens? You start to break down even more. This has been a rough year for everyone, and I think we just need to be gentle with one another and love people and really show genuine kindness and compassion. Yes, because you know what? That's what this world needs right now. It has so much negativity, and that's the other thing too. That's not helping this whole situation. Every day on the news, it's negative, 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 negative. The weather, cloudy, 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 raining, 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 snowy, snowy, snowy. And the sun does not come out and it's doom and gloom. That does not help either. So you ease up a little bit on yourself. You take a step back. You say, you know what? What am I grateful for? What do I have today that somebody that may be a little bit more off? What do I have? You know what? I got my kids. I'm thankful for my kids. Right now, I do have a house. I'm grateful that I still have a house. Right now, people don't have that. Some people are staying out in cars. Some people are living out on the streets. And then you can look, well, at least I have food. And you just try to gather some of the smallest, itty bitty, tiniest things. So it may be even so, I don't want to use this word, but I'm going to, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody. Stupid. It could be the most tiniest, ittiest, bittiest, stupidest thing that, you know what, this makes me happy. This makes me feel good. But you know what? But that other person on this other side of the table says, oh, what? That's stupid. What are you doing that for? You know what you do? You let it go in one ear, out the other. You don't pay no mind. You just try to be you. You try not to let anybody get you down, because that's the most hardest thing. And it is really hard, especially if your confidence is low, especially if you have low self esteem. It is very hard. This has been one of the things people knew was stop watching the news. It's no longer authentic news. It's just a lot of opinions. Yes, Denny, you are completely right. Some days are better than others. We just need to take one day at a time. And that's the thing. With me, I was looking, I took this huge mountain of this is the way that Charlie, my parents, everybody has said to me, sorry guys, you're going for a little ride. And I took this massive freaking plate. And in the middle, I had a tiny itty bitty spaghetti. Oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. That's my itty bitty tiny spaghetti. Now, I got kids and I got school problems. Let's throw a little bit more spaghetti on there. I'm about that big now. And then what happens? Now your business booms. You got a baby. You're back and forth with court because of the parents of the child. You're looking at adoption. You're looking at fostering. The baby comes with expenses. The baby comes with financials. COVID hit. Out of a job. No money. No house. Worrying about food. Now guess what? Now your mountain of spaghetti is about now yay high. And guess what happens then? Now everything's disheveled in your brain. You don't know where to turn. You don't know what's up. You don't know what's down. You don't know what's left. You don't know what's right, because now it just went and atomic bomb just threw up all over spaghetti all over your house. And that's the way I look at things. Those are the way I visualize. And it just is just wow. It's really, really hard. And I actually want to take a chance to thank all you guys on here, because I don't know if anybody on here donated. If you did, great. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Christmas is right around the corner. But before I got on here, and this ain't no joke, we were at 5,900 and some. Now we are up to $6,165 on the GoFundMe. And now I'm actually double checking on mine. Let me see. Bear with me. I know my aunt, when she posted hers, her name is Sandy Schaefer, actually. And I'm actually finding her now, because I know she raised quite a bit of money for suicide prevention. They raised $820 for suicide prevention. $820, and now we're up to roughly $6,165. And all that money there is actually going to go and to the boys, to funeral expenses, to whatever the family needs. I forced myself to send some greeting cards because it's a healthy thing to do. A friend sent me some stickers, which helped make it less of a chore. Right. And that's the other thing, too. Don't take something you love. All right. Because this is what I did before I had a YouTube channel. Okay. Before I had a YouTube channel, I would be nailing out pillows, blankets, embroidery, napkins, ornaments, plastic canvas, play sets, everything and anything that you could think of under the sun. Don't turn something you live. You live. I'm sorry. Don't turn. Yeah, actually, I am going to phrase that. Don't turn something you live for and you absolutely love and you're a diehard fan of it. Turn it into something that you don't want it to be. Because what happens then, it becomes a chore. And I'm glad that Mayor said that it becomes a chore. Because you know what happens? I wake up every single morning and I have a mess. Every morning. I have 3 kids. I see a sink of dishes. I see a floor that needs to be swept. I see a table that needs to be cleaned off. I see mopping that needs to be done, vacuuming, toys that need to be picked up. I'm doing potty training right now. So once in a while, baby will say, "Oh, I want pee," and drop their diaper on the floor. And everybody will walk over it instead of picking it up. What?
Okay.
Hold on one second. Hi, honey. I'm doing a live.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, she wanted to talk to you before her phone dies.
All right. Give me 1 second, Kay. All right. I'm going to get right off. Guys, I'm going to get off in about 2 minutes. I'm going to get off in 1 hour. But whatever you do, do not take something that you live for and turn it into something you despise, you don't like, you hate, and you turn it into something that, because then what happens? The passion, the authenticity to it that's behind it, the love, the emphasis, like so many different words. Like you take it and you turn it into something precious and loving. Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background. Abby. Sorry, guys. I have my 14-year-old in the kitchen, and I got the baby in the kitchen, and it looks like they were playing dress up. Oh, Lord. Yep, they were playing dress up with the hair.
That was before.
Hi, Crystal, been lurking. So sorry for your loss. My prayers are with you and your family. Thank you very much, Adele. I'm very happy. Yeah, don't take something you love and turn it into a chore or into something negative. You keep whatever you have that you love and keep it passionate, keep it close to you. Your plate is overflowing, but just do what you can, and the rest can wait. You and your family come first. Take care of my sweet friend. Yes. And that's the thing. Come here. And that's, I was going to show you guys the baby's hair. And that's the thing with me right now. Yeah, I still didn't get the Princess Castle done. I got too tied up, but guess what? I'm taking one thing at a time, and I'm doing one job at a time. And you know what? If I have a sink full of dishes, well, guess what? I'm still going to have a sink full of dishes. And tomorrow's another day. And that's the thing. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow will always come no matter what. It may stink that you have a whole sink full of dishes, but you know what? You relax, you give yourself a break, you give yourself a pat on the back, and then you say, you know what? I can get to them tomorrow.
Minute.
Maybe I don't want to do all of them. Do you feel? They're not going anywhere. They're not gonna just walk away and little green gremlins are gonna come and hate them. So when grocery shopping, I try to find something new to try to make. Exactly. Yes. And that's the thing. If you have something and you turned it into a chore and you don't know what to do with that, just think about it and try to come up with something a little bit more. Like, for instance, try to put your guys' mindset in a different way. And let me tell you something. This is 100%. I'm not going to lie. Trust me when I tell you. I don't lie. It is harder said than done. And that is no joke. It is really, 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 really hard to get your guys' mindset in that position. And it's wow. Today I made sweet potato fries in the air fryer for the first time, and they were really good. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I got a pork chop on the stove that hubby made for me. Mr. Froggy made pork chops tonight for dinner, even though it's a little late. But you know what? Hey, that's the other thing. Guess what? Snowstorm hit, trying to unbury a car, doing a whole driveway. We're up to about, I don't even know. I don't even want to know on how many inches of snow I'm up to. But guess what? Dinner had to get done. There's two of us. He offered to cook. You know what? You sit back, you relax, and you say, you know what? He could do it for once. And you take some of that load and you put some of that load onto other people in your house. For instance, the baby. Abby, do me a favor, honey. Go pick up your toys. That's it. Okay, you know what, honey? You've been going to work. You've been going to school all day. Just do mommy a favor. Clean up your mess. And you know what? If you don't do it, and it's aggravating you that much, just let it go because it's going to be there. Hi, Lana. I'm good. Just to let you guys know, I'm going to do a quick recap for anybody who just came in. If you go in the description box below in this video, there's two links. One link is to my personal Facebook page. This is a disclaimer, by the way. Nobody do not have to donate. It is up to you. If you want, don't have to. I'm just doing suicide awareness. My cousin committed suicide yesterday, and that's why I'm doing this live. There's a GoFundMe link down in the description below to help raise money for the family. Both links are in the description. If you go and click on my Facebook link, or you just go to Crystal Moore Facebook and you look me up, you'll see everything on there. So, but right now, I'm going to give you guys the final numbers because I'm going to actually get ready and get off. I have to call my daughter. She needs to talk to me. But I'm going to give you guys the numbers right now. I want to say thank you for anybody or everybody and anybody who ever donated. I want to say thank you very much. We just raised $6,165 for the GoFundMe. And we raised on my aunt's page, Sandy Schaefer, or you can even do it on my page. It's on there too, to donate for suicide awareness prevention. We just raised, I'm actually looking for it right now, $820. $820 we raised for suicide prevention and crisis hotline. Adele is one of my very few people who know what I've been going through, but I vowed not to let it get me down. My birthday giveaway is a huge help. Love you all. This is so sad. We had a friend's 20-year-old son did as well. I made lots of heart for this as well. Yes, my cousin Tyler was 27 years old. He has 2 babies. He is gone. He did not survive. We tried to at the hospital. His fiance slash wife slash girlfriend, whatever you want to call Nicole, she was actually put into the psychiatric ward to be watched. My aunt and uncle, which is Tyler's parents, they actually have the babies right now and trying to watch over them. So yeah, everything is wreck right now. So, but yeah, I'm glad everybody liked my advice. I tried my best and I'm hanging in there strong. I let a couple of tears out, but I didn't do a complete meltdown, so which is good. I got you, I love you at Idol. I still got your back, my sweet friend. Aw. But yeah, those are our final numbers. We raised $820 for suicide prevention, and we raised $6,165. So I want to say thank you. Adele, I had already cleared my eyes, and now you open floodwaters again. Ah. And I'm sorry, guys, if I made anybody upset or cry or anything, but right now is the time to be strong, have family, friends, support each other, try not to get divided. Because right now my whole family is divided. Everybody has mixed feelings, and it's just a really, really tough time. So I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to say goodnight, and I love you all. And I will try to get. Oh, hi, Dusty. Hi, honey. I didn't even see you come in. Dusty's here, guys, too. That's okay, Dusty. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just going to let everybody go because I have to call my daughter and see how she is. Dusty, honey, Crystal, I love you, and I will continue praying for you and your family. Thank you. Hugs, Crystal. Thank you, Lana. Dusty Cat, I just want to let you know, honey, it just got here. Good night, hon. Okay, Dusty, hold on before you go. If you can, watch the replay if you would like. I know it's a little long, but there's a disclaimer below. If you would like to help, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. Christmas is around the corner. I get it. In the link below, there's a Facebook, my actual personal Facebook, Crystal Mar, link below, and there's a GoFundMe page. My cousin Tyler commit suicide. That's why I'm doing this live. We've raised so far $6,165 on the suicide prevention. We've raised $820. So that's why I put the disclaimer in. If you want to, great. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. But I just want to let you all know it's just there. All right. I will talk to everybody later. I love you all. Lots of prayers, Crystal. Stay strong. Keep up the awareness. Yeah. Yep. And I'm sorry that I might have came off a little hard. I'm sorry that I might have said a little bit too much, but you know what? It's me. That's who I am. No one doesn't have to like it. No one doesn't have to watch. I do know after this subscribe, after this live. Hey, you know what? Oh, well, so be it. I can get more subscribers. Not that big of a deal, but I did lose quite a bit of subscribers, but you know what? That's fine. I don't care. Because you know what? There's more in the world and more going on now than that I even have to worry about. But I love you all. Good night. And I gotta call my daughter. See you guys soon. Bye. Oh, by the way, I will see you on Saturday. I will post up the video and see what I'm doing with Saturday with the StreamYard. All right. So I'll keep you guys in touch. Hit that notification bell, and so this way you guys can get it. All right. Love yous all. Bye.